Okay, hello everyone. My name is Elizabeth. I'm also known by Zabethy. I will be doing the Inktober challenge this year. I'm a couple days behind already, due to being sick over the weekend, but I thought I would make a video about the tools I will be using, or the media I will be using for Inktober. First and foremost, I guess the book I will be using, just purchased this Fabriano watercolor. It's cold pressed, which I'm not entirely thrilled about, but it'll do. I wanted the hot press, but it was like $30 for 10 sheets, and that's just not something I could budget in for Inktober. As it stands, I have a lot of other sketchbooks, just not that ones that I thought would reliably hold enough water for what I would be doing. I use a lot of multimedia, so I often have a render sketchbook sitting around, but as you can see, whoops, they're pretty expensive here. So I didn't want to just use it and have the paper buckle like I did last year. Those things falling in were other things I will be using for Inktober. One of the noted things that I will be using are brush pens. I have the Pentel brush pen, which I just bought. The Copic brush pen, it looks like this. Oh yeah, don't mind my fingers, they're currently covered in Copic ink because I was refilling the inks at work. And the final one is a Kuretake brush pen. I have this one here, and I actually just replaced the ink cartridge on it because I had used it to its very last drop. And funny story about that, I didn't realize it was a Kuretake brush pen until a couple of days ago when I was looking for its replacement. And I've actually been searching online for Kuretake brush pens for ages, but I just got like, when I bought it, I was like, oh, I got such a great deal on this brush pen. It was like $10 with a refill. And I'm fairly certain it's because I got a discount from one of my old professors in university. Yeah, and I have a second one here just to, you know, change it up. I think this one is a different size as well. For the most part, I don't actually use brush pens. I use the Kuretake one quite often and the Copic one, but the other ones I just got to test out. The other pens I'll be using is a 0.1 Copic multiliner, 0.3 Copic multiliner, a 0.03 Copic multiliner in case, a 0.5 chisel tip, a BM, and a BS. Aha! This 0.5 is a Stedler. I have a Copic one as well, and I didn't buy these specifically for Inktober. I've actually had these ones for months and months, and by that I mean I replace them every time I've run out of too much ink. I also have a black Copic sketch. This is just the regular 100 black, not the special black, though I have that as well. And some various other pens that I might use. And I think that pretty much does it for my pens. I have a dip pen and nibs. I'm not certain if I'll use these. It's unlikely, but I might, just to get a different feel of things. Because I don't often use it, I only bought it recently. But who knows. As for my inks, so I have this Pipio India ink. I use it quite often. In fact, this I just got the other day as a replacement for this one, which is Well Loved and Almost Gone. I use it for, well, I've used it in the past for a couple of like one-shot comics or zines, and like a 22-page comic, which I'm done with, but I just need to do the final touches before uploading it. But I realized that the washes all go a muddy brown gray instead of just an actual like gray, neutral gray. So I got this, the Winsor & Newton ink, because the lady I was speaking with at Gordon Harris told me that this would not go to a brown gray. If it does, it's okay. I'll find another use for it. And then just continue using my really cheap India ink. I also have white acrylic ink. I got it about a year ago to correct some errors, but haven't used it extensively. It's basically just been holding paper down. Great paperweight. The other day, my wife bought me a, well, she bought me this sketchbook, but she also bought me a blue and a red India ink, which I plan on using for Inktober, or at least I plan on using the red one. I don't plan on putting too many colors in anything. I want it just to be black and white, and to translate black and white if I ever do a print of it, of anything. But I did think that possible pops of color in red would be great. Just shaking this ink up. It's a gold ink. I don't remember where I got it, but if I do use it, it will be very sparingly. I have drawing gum, which I will be using just to make sure that things that are supposed to be white stay white. And I think that's all I have for now. I do have a calligraphy ink here, the silver one, but just like the gold that I have, I doubt that I'll use it. If I use anything that you guys don't recognize or aren't familiar with, go ahead and ask me. Besides the inks, I will probably be using a various amount of brushes. I have more than this, but this is just what's on my desk currently. That includes things like the Pentel, I have no idea what they're called besides Pentel, like water brushes, where you stick the water in here and or ink in here as well if you want, and then make your painting. I usually use them for watercolors. I've never used them for inks, but hey, no better time than now, right? I guess that's pretty much all I can say about all of my ridiculous amount of supplies here. I will almost only be working in this. I have been, because I'm basically 2 days behind at this point, I had sketched out some things for Inktober on the days. So I go through and I quickly jot down ideas. This one was done yesterday, kind of. I did this rendition of it today because her body proportions were so terribly off due to me being sick that I really would feel embarrassed showing it. And this one I did today as well when I saw the prompt. So this one is for Swift, and this one is for Divided. But I'll go more into that as I do them. I should be getting a little bit more into that later tonight. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.